Hello everyone, welcome to Scorpion Ink Works. My name is Dennis Wilson. Today we're going to be showing a little bit on how to draw. Sure, there's a lot of people who've shown videos like this and probably even started out the way I'm going to start. What I have here is plain, I don't know if you want to call it art paper so much as it's just paper, no lines, though use whatever paper you wish. This is a lead pencil and it's 0.5, which is my preferred drawing pencil, but you can use whichever pencil you like. I will be doing some erasing, but you don't have to. Just kind of sketch yourself out a circle, and you don't have to have like it doesn't have to be exactly round or anything. You could go like, and you have a circle. But I'm going to go ahead and sketch one out that's roughly round. I'm going to try to make it dark here so that you can see it. Give it a bunch of lines, so don't know how well this is going to show up, so I might have to redo this video. It'd be funny to do it in ink, but yeah, so you kind of get an idea that you have your circle. I'll go ahead and erase some lines myself so that I can just kind of show you how to draw whatever it is I want. Your circle can look like anything. It don't have to be perfect. If what you draw is like a square and you say that's your circle, then that is your circle. You want to kind of round off the corners of it. Do a bit more rounding than that, and make yourself a circle, whatever it takes. Okay, and the reason I was wanting to show you how to draw this, I know some people aren't going to be very good at drawing a circle. Don't worry about it. You don't have to get your circle perfectly round, like I said. What this is for, I was going to show you some techniques on what to do with your circle once you had it. And I'm going to straighten up these lines a little bit. Not to make mine more round, but just to make it darker in color and a more solid outline. Okay. And I want to focus in more on my circle. A whole lot of messing with the camera. Okay. So you can see that. Alright. What I was wanting to do with this was show you, like, if you had, I don't even have it with me, but if you had a light coming in from this angle, down that way, you could kind of, there's different forms of shading you could do. You could kind of put on this kind of an oval, we'll say. You might want to do like a crescent moon oval. And when you draw that, this is trying to help you to draw better. Don't I wouldn't, as a beginner, put my pencil down and just go like that. Kind of make small marks in the pattern you want. A lot of little small marks. So you can kind of see what would be a crescent, like moon shape. And you can kind of, use your pencil lead, just shade in all this area. And if you did a really good job, it would, well, it's supposed to represent light. I would have done, personally, say, a smaller oval shape in this area, and done something, shaded all this right here myself. And the reason I was wanting to show you that is because you can take a circle and you can turn it into somewhat of a three-dimensional object just by adding shadow in certain angles. If you wanted to even go further with your shadow, say your light's coming in from this direction up here, so back here you could put something. We'll create a fake space like so. We'll say that it's laying on a table or who knows what, and down right beneath your circle you could create a line. Let's say create a line. Your line itself could represent a shadow from one angle, but being as how your light is coming in from this angle, maybe you want to give it a little depth, and so kind of make it slightly rounded, just with a little curve below the line and a little more curve above the line. This isn't exact, you can play around with it if you want. Shade all that in. I wouldn't make this area down here bigger than your circle, because in a lot of ways it wouldn't look right. I mean, depending on your light, yes. And so now you have a shadow of your rounded circle, which, I'm going to shade this area up in here more too, keeping with staying out of that line of light that you've rounded off there. Go ahead and erase this. Yeah, you can darken up the edge of your table line or whatever you wanted to call it. And there you go. And not only is it, no longer just a circle, and now it's kind of like a ball or a marble. I want to add a little more here. This is looking a little off to me. I want a lot more of my shadow to touch my marble or ball. At that angle, you could also go ahead and erase about half of this, like so, and just erase some of this too where it's a point, because I wanted, a lot of my shadow on this to touch the marble or ball itself. because of the angle the light's hitting, it's not going to have an elongated shadow like that. It's going to have a shortened shadow. So, and you can sketch that part in too, you know. There's that. You could even erase this. Use my other eraser. Don't chew up the eraser on my pencil. I'm going to erase this area in here. Go ahead and erase my shadow too while I'm at it. I'm going to show you a different technique. And I did learn, I learned how to draw on my own, just doing my own thing. So I'm not going to name a lot of these things correctly. I'll just, you know, kind of give you an idea of what it is by what it looks like. You could take your circle and they have a thing called cross hatching or stitching, something to that degree. I did see that somewhere here a while back, and all that is you take lines. Let's go ahead and make that circle again, or the oval as it were, right through here. I have to sketch that in so it looks good. Get your line a little smooth, and it don't have to be, but do what you can. I'm only doing this, I'm going to erase that later, but I added that line so that I know not to cross that line, because that's where I want my light to be hitting. So what we're going to do is we take the lines, and you can do straight lines, space them, try to keep them about even. And I'm doing these kind of wide, as you can see. You can add some in between these, like so, but I'm going to keep them about the same distance apart. And as you see, the further back I go away from the light back here, the longer these lines are going to get. That's why I just run them across the page, or not the page, but the image itself. And we'll come on the opposite side and bring some in at an opposite angle. And well, you know what? I think I'm going to take these up and have them touch the line. Good. Be good with that. This is probably going to turn out horrible, and I'll go back and I'll show you my method later. But there's that. Okay, and then the ones in the opposite direction. Yeah, that's not turning out like I wanted it to, I don't think. We'll see when it's complete. What it's supposed to be is a form of shading. And if you do it in smaller amounts, you make your lines closer together. It comes out a little different looking, and it's, you know, since you're learning, experiment. This kind of looks like crap, but you take your circle away here, your oval that you drew. Go ahead and erase that. Yeah, looks like complete crap. Okay, no way to fix this. don't want to make this video too long because it can get boring. I hate watching YouTube videos that are exceedingly long. I'll show you my method of doing shade for things like this. Okay, back to the circle. You can do a lot with the circle. You can make anything. Well, not anything, because some things are square. But take my circle and we'll just pretend the oval's up there. There's a certain region up here I'm just not going to draw in, but I come from the back line and I press and I make light strokes that I lift away from the page the further out I get, and I just do it a lot. Keep them real close together. You can go back over areas. You want the marks that are closer to your circle there darker, and the ones going toward what's supposed to be the lighter. And if you want, like, you could do this straight like I'm doing, or you can curve it, you know, give yourself a little bit of curve as you're stroking out these lines to kind of follow the shape of what would be the ball. And I've done this for a long time. That's how I have shaded a lot of things with pencil. It works with ink too. Okay, and you can kind of see it's kind of looking like where light would be. I'm going to bring this middle part up a little bit so it's more into a rounded shape. Get your edges. And that way, you know, it don't matter if you go over down here, because you can always come in with your eraser and straighten up that line a little bit, knock off any areas where you went over, and then come around with your pencil, you know, if you wanted to, and darken this line in. So you could even go slower and darken up some of the lines or the area back here that's closer to the edge, you know, and it kind of, you know, makes it more into a ball shape. Just that the light and the shading itself. Shading is key to a lot of three-dimensional things. Sometimes it's angle, and again here, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and make your shadow again. Looks like we got it more upwards, so your shadow is not really going to be large. I'll just go ahead and shade that area in. I don't want my shadow to be darker than what's represented as the outline of my circle or ball. Later on, when I do artwork later on, I think I'm going to work toward trying to get rid of an outline of things. Sometimes it makes things seem more realistic. As you notice, the shadow itself don't have an outline, but and that's what you can do with a circle. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps a lot. Maybe we can get into some other things on the next video. Thank you for watching.